and streets ahead of Liverpool. They're now within 4 points of Arsenal. That gap being reduced, Arsenal drawing last night at Sunderland, and just the overall dominance of City this afternoon. Would you be nervously looking over your shoulder?
I think Arsenal will be nervous because of it's Man City. And they've done this to them twice before. Twice in the last 3 years, Manchester City have come from behind and caught Arsenal. And also the manner of the victory today. That first half performance with Man City was a little bit like, they're playing Liverpool. Liverpool are the champions. They absolutely took them the cleaners. And I think on the back of Arsenal dropping points against a promoted team who were doing absolutely fantastically well in the Premier League, Sunderland, they'll have been hoping for a draw. They'll have seen City's not just win, but performance, and probably getting a few flashbacks to what's happened the last couple of times when they felt they had a great chance at the title. And it might be a long 2 weeks thinking and worrying about Manchester City for Arsenal supporters and players.
And genuinely, that plays into the psychology then, because it's not like, say, there's a midweek Premier League game or even just one next weekend where you reset and go again. It's 2 weeks to think about it.
Yeah, and that's the problem with international break when you don't have a great result. There's a long time to think about it. I still think Arsenal are the best team I've seen in this league this season, no doubt. But there's an awful long way to go. And there's no doubt because Arsenal haven't won the league for so long, those supporters, players, manager, everyone will become twitchy in the second half of the season if it becomes time.
Up the show that brings you exclusive audio behind some of the key refereeing decisions in the Premier League. As always, I'm joined by Howard Webb, the Chief Refereeing Officer at PGMO, who we'll be hearing from very shortly. But before we get started, here's a quick reminder of who you'll be hearing from in today's clips. On the left-hand side of your screen, you'll see subtitles from the officials in the VAR booth. And on the right-hand side, you'll see subtitles from the on-field officials. It's important to note that the referee does not hear everything that is said. But when the VAR is speaking directly to the referee, the VAR subtitle graphic will turn green. OK, first up, Sunday's game between Manchester City and Liverpool, and a Virgil van Dijk goal that was ruled out for offside interference by Andy Robertson.
Robertson's in line of vision right in front of the keeper. He's ducked under the ball. He's very, very close to him. I think he's line of vision. I think he's been impacted, mate.
Okay, so offside then.
I think offside.
On-field decision offside.
Checking the on-field decision of offside against Andy Robertson. Delay. So you got clear offside position.
Go on, talk to me, mate.
You got a movement. You got a high ground to show how high he is in terms of line of vision.
Very close to Donnarumma.
I agree with the on-field decision. I think he's offside. Virgil It's a clear, an obvious action which clearly impacts on the goalkeeper.
Yeah. Chris, it's Michael confirming the on-field decision of offside against Andy Robertson. He is in an offside position very close to the goalkeeper and makes an obvious movement directly in front of him. Check complete offside.
Big decision, Howard. I am strongly of the opinion that should have stood. What's your view on that?
Yeah, for sure, Michael, a huge decision, obviously, in a big game. We've known from our conversations before that offside interfering with an opponent where the offside position player doesn't play the ball and the officials have to make a judgment whether the actions of that player impact an opponent are some of the most subjective decisions that we have to make. And therefore, it's no surprise that some people believe that this goal should have stood, as you've just said. So I think it's important that we look at the facts of what actually happened in this situation. We know the corner comes in and the ball reaches Van Dijk. As the ball's coming across the penalty area, the Manchester City players move out. They leave Robertson in that offside position in the heart of the 6-yard box. When Van Dijk heads the ball forward, that's the moment when we have to make an offside judgment about Robertson and about what he's doing there. We know he doesn't touch the ball, but what does he do? Well, for sure, as the ball moves towards him, 3 yards out from goal, right in the middle of the 6-yard box, he makes that clear action to duck below the ball goes just over his head. And the ball finds the goal in the half of the 6-yard box where he is. Then the officials have to make a judgment. Did that clear action impact on Donnarumma, the goalkeeper, and his ability to save the ball? And that's where the subjectivity comes into play.
Jamie Carragher has sparked major debate by boldly claiming that Arsenal are destined to win the Premier League, leaving Liverpool with virtually no route back into the title race. He argues that Arsenal's consistency, squad balance, and killer mentality have pushed them far ahead of their rivals, insisting that Liverpool simply can't keep pace. Carragher's take has added fuel to the fire, challenging fans to rethink who truly has the upper hand this season. Despite his Liverpool ties, Carragher doesn't hold back in praising Arsenal's confidence and control in big moments, suggesting they now look like a team built for championships. While Liverpool continue to battle through inconsistency and pressure, Arsenal appear to be rising with every challenge thrown their way. If Carragher's prediction holds true, the Premier League trophy may already be leaning towards North London, long before the final whistle of the season.